1980. Now the kingdoms had been abolished by Obote?
No, abolished by the government of 1967.
Whose government was that? Your government?
The Kabaka Obote, yes, but yes.
That's your government. They had been abolished. So, Olimi David Matthew Kaboyo, the father of Oyo, was living as a prince, just like you see other princes live. So he was more of a common man, and he was in politics. He was supporting UPM Museveni. So that war of 1980, they shot that palace. Like over 50 bullets were looking for one man called David Matthew Kaboyo. You get it? They thought he had hidden there, but my father had made him escape the previous night. My father had taken him away the previous night. He went and at night he moved from the palace, came to my father. My father looked for 100,000 Uganda shillings. That time, 100,000.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. He gave it to him and enabled him to escape via Rwanda and go to Exposé. Before Olimi could leave, my father had given him. He asked him, Irumba, you are my friend. I am going to Exposé. What about your money? You see the honesty with people.
Yeah, integrity of
the
those
integrity,
great men,
the honesty. He said, what about your money if I don't come back? Irumba said, well, I am trying to rescue you as my friend, as my brother. Andrew Irumba Live. My name is Andy Irumba Katusabe, and with my elder brother, Comrade Joseph Otieno Pintek, from that village is called what?
Nagongera is not a village.
Hey. Nagongera is not a village. What is the village? Nagongera is a county.
Nagongera
is a sub-county.
Is a town.
A town.
Nagongera, I was born in a town.
You're a street kid?
No. No.
Town kid, okay.
No, I am...
you are born in a town?
I'm a rural urban kid.
Okay, so what is
I was born in a cemented house with a mabati, because... Then you give me a look, where is he going? So, that's my village home, very privileged.
So what is the village?
Not spoiled.
What is the name of the village? Nagongera is town?
Nagongera is my village, is my home village. So in other words, I was born in an urbanized place. So my rural home, my birth home is Nagongera. Nagongera is not Kamocha. Nagongera is not Kisenyi. Nagongera is not Kololo. Of course, you thought I was talking about whatever. But Nagongera is...
So the village is Nagongera.
Nagongera.
What is the county and sub-county?
Nagongera.
Sub-county Nagongera.
Yes.
County Nagongera.
Nagongera.
District.
Town council now. And the district, under NRA arrangements, we are now Deputy Tooro, but it's being argued, I think they've given it Kisoko district with Nagongera headquarters, granted, the discussion going on now, and most importantly, Nagongera municipality. So don't call us villagers.
So right now, the discussion is going, but right now, what is the district? You see, you're confusing. What's the name of the district where Nagongera is?
According to NR Cabinet that met the other day, we now have Kisoko district.
Kisoko is cut out of which district?
Tooro.
Tooro district.
Mulanda is cut of Tooro district. Mukuju is cut of Tooro district. And since you and I are not lawyers, but we are Pan-Africanists and we know the law, Tooro district no longer has the name Tooro, except Tooro city.
Yeah.
So somebody may go to court and challenge that, by the way. So in the three new districts, none of them has been named Tooro. If people...
Tooro now is the municipality.
The municipality which has been given upgrade to city status. And Nagongera town has been upgraded to municipality. That's why I say don't call us villagers. And it's my considered opinion. that my new district should actually be the new Tooro district, not Kisoko district. Tooro district headquarters where? Nagongera. Nagongera, my home. And I'm waiting for you, Atenyi, by the way. We've got relatives down there. Many of your girls are married in that place. You've taken 1 or 2 girls. But I also have many friends from the kingdom. But congratulations for your king.
30 years of his reign, me as a Tooro, is 30 years of backwardness. 30 years of Oyo's reign is 30 years of backwardness. You know why?
Oh my gosh.
Of all the kings of Tooro that we have had, it is this king, Oyo, that has dragged our kingdom 30 years ago. We have had about 15 kings. Oyo Nyimba's reign is very insignificant in the lives of Batoro and Tooro people. Because when you say Batoro, you may think it's only Batoro who live in Tooro. So the Tooro people. Let me tell you, from 1871, we had a king. The kingdom of Tooro broke away from Bunyoro in the 19th century. The son of the then king of Tooro just disagreed with the father. He went and started a new kingdom called the Tooro. And that was
Bunyoro.
Tooro kingdom. The Tooro kingdom
broke away from Bunyoro kingdom.
Yes.
Okay.
Bunyoro Kitara Empire. And what was the problem, Joseph? The people of that Tooro area, which was part of Bunyoro Kitara, would take their issues, their complaints, their whatever, to be addressed by the king then sitting in the Bunyoro Kitara kingdom. And it would take ages without being addressed.
The Kabalega dynasty.
Yes. Now, not Kabalega. Not Kabalega.
Okay, that dynasty.
Yeah. Yes, Now, one time the father sends the son to go and address those issues from the ground. When he reaches on the ground, that is Tooro kingdom, the Batoro say, you're not going back. We need our issues to be solved every now and then whenever we need our issues to be addressed. And that's how they held him back. The king, his father sent his soldiers to go and pick him. The Batoro said, we will fight. You're not going to take this son back to Bunyoro. So they went back and asked the king, what should we do? The Batoro are all in arms, they want to fight. And he had already created, remember when he was going, he also went with some of his security.
Raw security guys.
Yes. So they reached there, they trained more. So they became a big battalion. So by the time these ones reached there, they told them, we will fight. We will fight. So the father said, I cannot allow my son to die.
Moreover, the military and order and hierarchy.
Yes.
And command. Yes.
So the father said, they will not allow my son to die. You let him be. That's how Tooro kingdom came to being. When he was dying, that king, in his will, he said, any king that comes after me and becomes lazy should be removed. Because we have got this kingdom out of an iron fist. An iron fist.
That is the son king, the boy who became king.
Yes.
Was declaring that, well, my father sent me here. We have had to establish by the will of the people. They created me.
Yes.
I am your king.
Yes.
Their grievance was weakness, especially no response from my father.
Yes.
And now I have to provide the best I can.
Yes.
Power, and my father came to collect me.
Yes.
And we resisted it.
Yes.
And we've established ourselves. I don't want laziness here.
I am because you are. You are the one who have made me king here. You get it? Anybody who comes after me and does not serve your interests and in fact becomes lazy to address your issues, for which we seceded from Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, you become lazy. You don't address your people's issues timely. You don't respect your subject, should be removed. Remove him. That is in his will.
Is that will? King, can we see that will?
I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, in my history. I have it. I have it in my archives. The king who created the kingdom left that as a strong part of his will, yes. As his foundation. You must work for your people. As a king, you are not a king unless you have the people on your side. You are not a king unless you have people on your side. You are a king because you have people on your side. You cannot rule over trees. So that was his strongest point in his will. Indeed, let me give you an example. The king that followed him, one time they were in a meeting, very intense meeting, and he dozed off, just like a tired man would. By the time he woke up, there was another king declared. I am telling you this, Joseph. This is history.
No.
People don't know this. People don't know these things.
Can I stop you there? You know I'm a Republican.
Yeah.
I am Luo.
Yeah.
I am very proud that Tooro and Bunyoro kingdoms are my kingdom.
Yes.
And sometimes I get really saddened that the Bunyoro and Batoro do not know enough that I'm their brother.
No, me I know.
In fact, there are some people who have gone on to write to say that the resolution of the lost counties, which had been grabbed by Buganda but enabled return through democratic means, during the reign of Prime Minister Milton Obote, and because Obote is partially Luo, predominantly partially Luo, that it may have been based on his influence of Lubabito Kingdom. But that's not my point. As I said, I'm a Republican, I'm actually the royal blood of the Majangas, and I should effectively be the king of Jupadola.
Hey,
if we were to follow this thing, yes.
Yeah.
But I had never been persuaded like this. When you've made me love Tooro more, and indeed Bunyoro, reconnect with my peoples, but feel so close to the royal emphasis that, kumbe, even kingdoms can have leaders that can focus on the people this much.
Now, let me finish for you, my brother. All the kings of Tooro Kingdom, all of them apart from Oyo, were great men. They worked tirelessly for the people, not for themselves, for the people.
You're making me emotionally strong and related on this thing.
I am telling you this because I am partly a product of that. My father, the late Augustine Irumba, 1980. Now the kingdoms had been abolished by Obote?
No, abolished by the government of 1967.
Whose government was that? Your government?
The Kabaka Obote, yes, but yes.
That's your government. They had been abolished. So, Olimi David Matthew Kaboyo, the father of Oyo, was living as a prince, just like you see other princes live. So he was more of a common man, and he was in politics. He was supporting UPM Museveni. So that war of 1980, they shot that palace. Like over 50 bullets were looking for one man called David Matthew Kaboyo. You get it? They thought he had hidden there, but my father had made him escape the previous night. My father had taken him away the previous night. He went and at night he moved from the palace, came to my father. My father looked for 100,000 Uganda shillings. That time, 100,000.
A lot of money.
A lot of money. He gave it him and enabled him to escape via Rwanda and go to Exposé. Before Olimi could leave. My father had given him. He asked him, Irumba, you are my friend. I am going to Exposé. What about your money? You see the honesty with people.
Yeah, integrity of
the
those
integrity,
great men,
the honesty. He said, what about your money if I don't come back? Irumba said, well, I am trying to rescue you as my friend, as my brother. I said, okay. Let's do like this. Irumba, you have a lot of children. You see, my father gave birth to 104 children.
Your father?
My father. My siblings are 103. I'm the 104th. So
you're the youngest?
No, I'm not the youngest. But we are 104 children. So by then, 1980, my father had given birth to a good number of children. So the king, the prince knew. So he said, in future you're going to need land. Because all these children, where are you going to put them? So this 100,000 you're giving me, you call your lawyer. We read an agreement that I have sold to you 100 acres of land. You will need land tomorrow for these children. So he said, you go and call your lawyer. Our family lawyer by then was called Vincent Kagaba. He's a retired justice today. He's still there in Fort Porto, at Hamasanyara's, Kitumba. Those people who know Tooro, Kitumba there. He's a retired justice today. He was our family lawyer then. He was a lawyer, just a lawyer by then, 1980. They wrote an agreement. I have it. I can show it to you. I have sold 200 acres of land on block 44, which is found in Kivito. You get it? So what happened to that land? The Queen Mother stole it. When she was selling this land to government, because it had been squatted, she stole she sold it alongside the other land. The entire block 44, she sold it all to government. So she stole from the orphans. The orphans whose father rescued her husband. So that kind of sagare, lack of integrity.
That's a bit strong.
Yeah, I mean what I say. That kind of mentality in the previous people, generations, kings, leaders, not just kings, but all leaders in Africa, you would not find it. They had strong attachments to people, humanity.
But most important, morality.
They had morality. They had integrity. Yeah. They never told lies. They had integrity. So that's how the kings of then were so connected to their subjects.
And that is why King X plus King Y, they may fight to the bit, but when they meet under tree and then say today the mutango is A, B, C, D, whatever, it is that, and you stick by it. And if their subjects break it, they are the ones who pay the price.
Now, all those kings, for me to start understanding, every season in the Tooro kingdom, every season, our father would lead us with baskets of beans, Irish potato, cassava, goats, cows, every season to take to the king. To take to the king every season, subjects would gather amagesa. Amagesa, I don't know what you'd call this in English. Every season, before you eat, before you eat that first meal from your millet garden, the first harvest.
I'm looking for the word in my language first, and then also translate to English.
The first harvest goes to your king. If you have planted a banana plantation, a sugarcane plantation, the first harvest from your banana plantation, that first big bunch of matoke, you prepare it very well, wrap it around with the banana leaves, you take it to your king. You pick the biggest bull in your corral, you take it to your king. You get the point? The king had a lot of love from the subjects and vice versa. The king loved his subjects because he knew I was a king because they are human beings. Without human beings, they cannot be the king of Tooro. What are we experiencing today? The king of Tooro today, he has no attachment to his subjects. Nothing. He himself, a king is a custodian of the cultures, the traditions, and the norms of that kingdom. He is the custodian. He is supposed to know more about us than anyone. And if you don't know, you must allow the elders of the kingdom to teach you. Now, has Oyo allowed?
I do not know.
No.
But tell me.
Now,
if you don't mind,
yeah.
I just want to clarify something.
But before you clarify, I wanted to read for you the kings of Tooro from the inception. The first one from 1822. 1822 to 1865. Kaboyo Olimi, founder of the Tooro kingdom. He was the eldest son of Omukama Kyebambe III of Unyoro and broke away from Tooro kingdom. This was the first. So the one I was talking to about Kaboyo Olimi, the first. He ruled from 1822 to 1865. He's the founder. After him, there was Ruhaga. Ruhaga from 1865 to 1866. You know why he ruled this? Because he dozed in a meeting.
No, that's the one who dozed. Hey. Yes.
From 65, 60, that's one year. In a meeting, the man dozes. By the time you wake up, there is another king. Now look at this Oyo. Oyo comes, leaves Tooro kingdom, comes to Buziga and creates what he calls the Buziga palace. You create a palace in another kingdom. Oyo spends more time in Buganda than the Tooro kingdom. Oyo speaks fluent English and Luganda more than the Tooro. Oyo knows the cultures of Wazungu and Baganda with, more than the Tooro
the
culture.
Modern king.
Yes.
But they're modern kings.
Okay. Modern king does not mean that you should let go of your own that makes you. I am a modern person. You are a modern person. How? Now you have the capacity to use this phone.
That's
Look
correct.
at me, Sir Joseph. Now you're putting ties, you're very smart, you're no longer putting on the back cloth. Now you can speak fluent English, but you have not forgotten your... that's why you keep referring to Nagongera.
Never.
You lived in England for over 25 years, isn't it?
Nearly, and you know what?
But
when I came back,
yes.
You know, people thought, some people, even today, some people don't know.
They think...
they don't know that I know more the Padola. And I speak more the Padola.
You live...
than all the political leaders,
Exactly.
current political leaders, Padola and Tooro put together. Yes,
modernity means...
Yes.
When you say modern kings, modernity means that you are going to use all other tools in the world
to make it better
to your advantage.
Yeah.
I use this phone to my advantage. I use English. I use Luganda to my advantage.
Not for the destruction of
Not for the destruction of Irumba. I use everything to my advantage. That's modernity. That now I can communicate through this camera, which was not there then.
Tell me about these kings.
So, the second king was Ruhaga. The third was Nyaika Kasunga Kyebambe, the first. Kyebambe the first now. He ruled between 1866 to 1871. You know? The fourth was Katorukidi the first. From 1871. The fifth was Nyaika Kasunga Kyebambe the first, restored. He came back. Nyaika Kasunga. You remember? You remember Nyaika Kasunga ruled between 1866 to 1871 and he left. He returns back in 1871 to 1872. Again he rules 1 year. He goes. Then the sixth king comes. Mukarusa Kyebambe. Mukarusa Kyebambe the second, 1872. Then the seventh one comes, Kakende Nyamuyonzo, from 1872 to 1875. The eighth one comes, Katera. He rules 1875 shortly. He leaves. The ninth one comes, Mukabirere Olimi, the second, from 1875 to 1876, 1 year also. Then the 10th one comes, Rukidi the second, briefly held the throne from 86 again. Kato Rukidi the second. And he comes back. He rules from 86 to 87. Mukarusur again comes back. They come back. He rules between 87 to 79. Now the 13th one is Daud Kasagama Chebambe the 4th. Daud Kasagama Chebambe the 4th from 1891 to 1928. Now we have started coming. 1891 to 19. Now we are now in 1928. The 14th one, George David Kamaras Rukidi III. Now Kamaras III is the father of Princess Elizabeth Bagaya. Is the father of Princess Mabel Komuntale, who is living in London. Is the father of David Olimi Matthew Kaboyo, the father of Olimi of Oyo Nyimba Kabambi Guru the 4th. This one. Are you getting me? George David Kamarasi Rukidi the 3rd. He ruled from 1929 to 1965. You know? The 15th king now is his son now, Patrick David Matthew Kaboyo Olimi III, the father of Oyo Nyimba. He rules between 1966 to 1995. Now Oyo Nyimba comes on as the 16th king. Rukidi, the 4th Oyo Nyimba Kabamba Iguru, the 4th, 1995 to present. All those kings I have read for you, 15 of them, the kingdom of Tooro was one of the strongest kingdoms.
Power.
None of these kings, the 15th, sold any piece of land to anybody. If they were to, they just gave you. They would find you here as a subject. They say, I have given you here. You are my subject. I have given you this land. Please be here with your family. No king of Tooro ever sold anything that belongs to Tooro kingdom. Nothing. It is this Oyo Nyimba Kabambi Guru the 4th now, conniving with his mother, who have turned the Tooro kingdom upside down. The subjects, the people. Nowadays, when you see that coronation, you are congratulating the Batoro, including me. You thought I would appreciate you. No, we are mourning. There is nothing to congratulate. Actually, when you go to Tooro kingdom now, all those coronations now, people who still embrace them are people from outside the Tooro kingdom. You, the Speaker of Parliament, who even now goes to the Tooro kingdom and pledges that she will pay they call it the bread price for the king. That is an abomination. A king that you marry for him, that you are the one you are the one to pay for him the bread price. A king who gives others and then you give him cows. The king of Tooro is supposed to have hundreds of cows. Hundreds of cows. It's why he's supposed to pick and give to his wife's family if he wants to marry. If you want to contribute, you bring your cows silently into his corral. You don't say you have brought cows for his bread price. It's an abomination. You do not give bread price cows to the king. If you are to give, you come and give like any other person. Amagesa. Are you hearing me?
Can you stop there?
First, listen to. Let me finish this. Let me finish
I'm going to
this.
help you, Pondo.
Let me finish this. You do not say, how many cows does your wife want? 20. I have given. You come and give through Amagesa. You take it to his farm. It is from his farm that he will pick what he wants and he takes to the family of the woman he wants to marry. It's an abomination. But all these things can happen today because we have Oyo. Oyo does not understand what he's sitting on. So you said they stop there. Go ahead.
I have worked with the national leaders. I have worked with international leaders. I have worked with leaders of repute. One of the things I learned, which is possibly, imagine I'm a Republican, so I can imagine, and here I'm just talking as a Republican. You don't go to a national leader and then you begin to advertise that I've sent you, 3 kilos of sugar for your children. My understanding is that the gifts that you may make interesting is a token of a drawing, yeah? Which usually will become the property of the establishment kingdom. Some of us have supported national leaders, okay? But you don't advertise. Oh, the other day, whatever I did this for so and so, whatever. That is a humiliation. That's an embarrassment. I'm just trying to say that's the point.
And moreover, to the king,
but that's
a king is the one who gives. Even when you are the one who has given, what is going to give
that's
back.
Right. Yeah, that's my point. Yes.
That's why the king of Uganda here, Mr. Joseph, if the Kabaka of Uganda visited you in your home and you prepared a very fat meal, good meal, sumptuous meal in your home, the king will stand and say, now,
my people, come and partake.
I am the one who has organized this meal for you.
Yeah.
Please come and partake. And you clap. And you bow down. The king has given. Yet you are the one, Joseph, who has cooked the meal. It is in your home. That's culture. It is your own home. It is your own food. But once you prepare it and bring it on the table, the king is going to give you. He even has a choice not to give you. That's our culture. That's tradition. That's our norms.
This king had recognized that it was a creation of those people.
Yes.
And so he is the people and the people are him.
Yes. They are one.
They're one.
So
now, like some of these Republican places that are these days having people kingship, no wonder the other day there's a conversation taking place in Tooro, and I don't want to stretch it, where a certain politician was trying to impress on the prime minister of a king to say that, look, you're a cultural institution, you should be doing good work for us, not selling us and not playing politics with us. If you allow us to play politics, follow you play culture. Yeah? Carry on, sir.
So it is.
I am so sorry.
It's an embarrassment. So when you started by congratulating us, every day we are crying.
But I'm saying this.
We as the Tooro kingdom.
Okay, I'm asking, since we've already discussed it, was the Queen Mother aware that her late husband had given you that land?
Yeah, she's aware. She was the first person we contacted and shared with all our information. She's just a thief in her head.
Oh gosh.
She's just a thief.
That's a Queen Mother. No, that's a Queen Mother, you can't say that.
Yes, the Queen Mother is just a thief. Very dishonest woman.
Yeah, oh dear.
She's even not supposed to be called the mother.
Want to leave.
Mothers. There is a way mothers behave.
I want to leave this topic.
Okay. Yeah, I know.
I want to leave this topic. I think Africans, we are alone, it seems. And for that reason, I can only say.
Okay. I know that you would like to reserve yourself. But when you brought it, I had to tell you that it's nothing. It was absolutely courteous of me. Nothing is rosy.
Absolutely, yeah, fair enough. Nothing is absolutely courteous of me to put on the record
sure.
that I want to wish the people Tooro well. Sure. And in any case, regardless of the outcome, I hope that this thing is on the record, and you, the people Tooro, you should know that you have my support as Ochieno of UPC, but my support as your blood and Oyo, by the way, Oyo in my family. My grandmother's oldest son is now 80. My first cousin, 80, I think he's 83 now. Oyo. He's called Oyo.
Yeah, Oyo comes from your area. Oyo. You see, all these kingdoms are cut from Bunyoro kingdom.
No, they cut from us, Luba Bitu. We came and created the Bunyoro Gitara kingdom.
Yes.
Our people came
so we are your origin.
So we are one people. And as I said, there is a new dynamic that I picked today with a huge energy. We need to revisit this conversation. And the Luo Babito, Bunyoro Batoro from Bunyoro Kitara Kingdom, we need to be having a conversation about this. That I hope what some of the things we say here is not seen as a criticism, but rather a critique of our communities, our identities, our leadership, our governance, our cultures, our institutions, the future destiny, including when there are people who are talking by Chweziism. We need to review these things and find a way in which we're able to get out of this so that in the new global scramble for power, where the likes of Arsenal seeking to grab and neutralize us. And the other day, coming from Fort Portal is a fantastic city, man.
Very fantastic
Fantastic
place.
city. Coming from Fort Portal.
I love your tie, by the way.
Thank you very much indeed. Fantastic.
Very
Thank you very
good
much.
tie.
You know,
Why don't you buy me one?
I'll bring you one. I'll bring you one.
Very good.
And this is fantastic. But you know, your attire is equally fantastic. But I've always told you that. Hey, but today you gave us this, man. I'll never forget this mic. You know. So the other day I was in Bolisa. I'm having conversations with our people, our oil, and I'm saying that. In between Bolisa, Biso, and into Hoima city, then I see some of these many children walking down the streets. I'm saying, how many of them are net beneficiaries of this oil wealth of our peoples? And these are conversations we need to be able to have. The royalties of these communities, the political leaders of these communities, need to take this and take note that, you know, Kabalega, and co are not comfortable in heaven when they see their lands being chopped.
Mkama Kabalega.
Yes, Mkama Kabalega, for whom I have a special respect and relationship, including some of the latter-day children have a particular relationship with me. I'm only yet to make sure that I will pick some of them, take them to Tooro for good settlement, so that we're able to expand this thing properly.
I went to Kabalega's land 2023, Machison Falls.
You saddened me a bit, but carry on.
Okay, first
No, honestly, you've saddened me. This
Why?
conversation has saddened me. No, I'm a nationalist, and I'm an African nationalist, and as a Pan-Africanist, the conversation we're having has got huge implications on the future of this country.
I know, and especially our kings. You know, today's kingdom and the kings have negotiated with the government.
If only with government, sometimes with regimes, not governments, but carry on. Yeah.
Regimes, they have negotiated with this government. Every month, all these kings of Uganda, they get 46 million shillings. 46 million per month from the taxpayers' money to take care of themselves. Those yesteryears of those kings I have mentioned, they would not allow that, because their subjects would take care of them. That's very little money. 46 million. Your kingdom has those. Do you know the grandfather of oil left shares in East African what? This company is called what? East African British something.
I heard about it actually.
Yes. He left shares in Kilembe Mines.
I heard about it. Can I make a commitment on behalf of Uganda People's Congress? That in the likely event that I'm president, and that in the likely event that I'm president of the Republic
what is the probability of you becoming president?
No, very high, very high.
Very high?
Yeah. Anything could happen in the course of this week, unless there are people who want to sell their souls for money. But I should be the president of Uganda People's Congress. But in the likely event that I'm president of the Republic of Uganda, I actually want to say this, that we would urgently review some of the practices of the various kingdoms. Because there's so many issues that come out of there, including these disputed royals, 3 kings from one community. But number 2, the very important point you raise about whether or not it's the state's responsibility to sustain some of these leaders. It should be a role of government to create an enabling environment for which citizens, including kingdoms, to claim wealth, and to make the subjects able and capable of enabling kingdoms to become powerful, rather than the state feeding them. That's a patronage and a very conflicted relationship that I find unacceptable. And in any case, actually, it demeans the power and authority of these kings and cultural leaders in a manner in which I hope they do understand. But many of them are there for themselves rather than
for their
community. So I think this is something that we urgently need to review. But quickly, if you don't mind. I also find it very strange that sometimes some of these royal leaders, the way they're guarded by soldiers, the way they're guarded by
They're
national
supposed
soldiers.
to be guarded by Abarusura,
They're supposed to be guarded
by the cultural security
teams.
Yes.
Now, in the unlikely event that they cannot, they should actually be guarded by national police. No, so normally when I see soldiers going around these guys, and you reach a situation as if sometimes these guys are around as if you're in a war zone. But these are cultural leaders with the community. I find it very odd. Now, for the PR guys for various cultural institutions, those are some food for thought for you.
Do you remember recently President Museveni said he is the modern king? Do you remember in his speech?
I overheard that. I don't listen to his speech, but I was told that.
No, it is very important to know why he is doing so.
I follow, yeah.
He said he is the modern king. He said this during the national set of the national address.
What is Museveni's lineage? Come to think of it.
No, he draws that from the context of the fact that he is the one now
owns the kings.
Giving them. He is the one who gives. Those days is the king who would give us the Makopi. Now it is the Makopi giving them. So he's the modern king.
For that reason, I refuse the word Mukopi. What is Mukopi?
Okay. He's the man who determines the kind of security you will have. He's the man who determines whether you will have power, electricity in your palace tonight or not, because he's the one who pays the monthly bills for power and water, especially in Tooro Kingdom. Every month. And they used to get 5 million. Now they have just increased it to 46 million. They used to get 5 million. You find the PA of the king in the State House corridors looking for signatures for the 5 million per month. Now, if you're a king, you have reached an extent of begging and benching in his house for 5 million. Why shouldn't the other person giving you call himself the modern king? So that is the mindset. You get it? He's the one who gives them now. He has just met them yesterday. Yesterday he met.
Don't you have royal advisors?
Yesterday he met the king of Tooro and the king of Unyoro, the king of Busoga. Have you seen that? Yesterday in State House. Yesterday he met them. Yesterday.
Are you sure they came out with brown envelopes?
They must have. They cannot go back without. They must have. Even he promised to support their kingdoms. Blah blah blah. So the whole thing is this. We have seceded from our norms. The role of the kings was to mobilize their subjects around development. You get it? If you wanted development, it was very easy to go through the kingdom establishment. You know? Nowadays, it's not possible. Why? Fragmentation. They are not united. They are not uniting their people. Because now when the king meets the president, he is not talking about Tooro subject. He's talking about his own, how he wants to benefit. Then he will use the subject as a bargaining chip. Hey, you see, I am the king of Tooro, I have my people. So I need this.
Is that why these days there are some political people who claim that they controlled some sub-regions or districts and then they negotiate with
Museveni? So they show you I am in control of Acholi sub-region, I'm in control of Tooro sub-region, I'm in control of Anko. So that whatever he's bargaining with you is huge enough to sustain himself, not you the subjects. Your bargain will be different. This is his. And that's what they are doing. So why doesn't the other person giving you call himself the modern king? Is he wrong? He's correct.
The king of kings.
Hey! And that's what they are doing. So why doesn't the other person giving you call himself the modern king? Is he wrong? He's correct.
The king of kings.
Hey! Let's come back in the second episode.